Okay, part 2 of the 2019 comic DVD and Blu-ray update. This is the DVDs. The first two things that I'm going to show here I might have already shown you, so I'm going to show them before I explain them. I got first season of Alias and volume 2 of Scooby-Doo's All-Star Laff-a-Lympics. Now, I've heard a couple things about this show, and it seemed like people enjoy it, and it was fairly cheap, so I snag it. This, I actually rented a VHS tape from Blockbuster a couple times when I was younger, and it had a couple episodes of this show on it, and I remember enjoying it, and I've recently gotten a desire to get a lot of Scooby-Doo stuff, so this is one thing that I picked up, although here's the annoying thing about this show. First of all, there's 2 seasons of it. There's the laff-a-lympics season, and then there's Scooby's All-Stars, which is the second season. Now, it's only the first season that has home video releases, and even then, it's not complete. There's one set that has like 12 of the 16 episodes, and then there's these 2 volume sets that have a couple of the episodes that are missing, but you also get duplicates of episodes that you have. So I might not keep this, or I might just pirate all the episodes like I did with the second season of this show, because that's the only way to watch it. Because, yeah, believe it or not, there are a couple Scooby-Doo things that you have no choice but to pirate. One day I might do a disambiguation about that and discuss the home video releases, not sure. Expanded on my superhero collection, I got Spider-Man 2.1, which is an extended version of Spider-Man 2, but it has a whole bunch of additional extras, so yeah. Because when it comes to the Sam Raimi movies, you gotta buy both the DVDs and the Blu-ray. If you really want to know what it is that you're getting and not getting, go to the site dvdcompare.net and then go for the S's. That'll point you in the right direction. To get some more extras for this particular Disney movie, I got the Lion King Platinum Edition DVD. Because with that movie, if you want to get everything, you have to buy Platinum Edition DVD, Signature Blu-ray, Diamond Blu-ray. And then if you want to be really picky, live action Lion King. More superhero movies, one of which is a reacquisition I got. The not quite original Fantastic Four movies of Chris Evans, because for those of you who know your Fantastic Four stuff, there was an unreleased Fantastic Four movie made in the 90s, made by Roger Corman, I think the guy's name is. Yeah. So these are the extended deluxe editions for each movie, although here's something that's really odd about this DVD. For some reason, it's giving off this weird new plastic smell, like something is burning. Just like, what the heck? I've never had that happen to me before. That is just weird. I can't explain it. Then I recently got a desire to experiment with a lot of the Spider-Man cartoons, although I've come to learn that when it comes to home video releases, it's not that pretty of a story, because most of them were put out in home video at some formats, but it's either just random episodes or they were complete releases, but then have gone out of print, both here and in the UK, which was the only other place that they were released. So yeah, I ended up having to pirate almost all of them, but the 2 that I was able to get on disc were 2003 series with Neil Patrick Harris as Spider-Man and The Spectacular Spider-Man. Although I should point out something. Even though this says 8 discs, there's only 26 episodes. And I'm pretty sure one, if not both of these shows end on cliffhangers, so I'm kind of breaking my rule about trying not to get things with cliffhangers, but I figure that these could be fun, you know, and the same thing is true of the 90s Spider-Man series, even though that lasted 5 seasons, and the plan wasn't to cancel it. I just think problems ensued with it, yeah. Next up, I got the first 2 seasons of the original Scooby-Doo series, but here's a warning. If you pick this up in the stores, most of the DVD sets that are at least currently in circulation, they have all the discs stacked up on top of each other, which in my mind is pretty stupid. So yeah, I haven't gotten around to watching that yet because I need to get some extra free and 2-disc DVD cases that aren't eco, so I can put every disc in its own separate thing. I mean, and here's an even more annoying story. In the last DVD and Blu-ray update, I mentioned that I was acquiring some Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles stuff, and I had the first 3 seasons of the original cartoon. Well, I decided to get the rest of them, but here's the thing. If you're going to buy this particular set because it's cheap, you'd better have some other way of storing the discs, because here's the thing. Based on the thickness of this case, you would think that this would be like the Star Trek Complete Crew sets, where you've got this big flippy tray where the discs, one's higher, one's lower, and all that stuff. Wrong. You just have 2 big plasticky things here, along with 2 spindles that are built into the side, and the discs are double or sometimes triple stacked on top of each other. And the thing is, it isn't just whoever came up with this set. They're doing this with some of the new MASH box sets, the new Bones box set, and it's just like, seriously? And another thing, these things, they come out pretty easily, although granted I took the discs out, so it's a lot easier for me to get a grip, but just pathetic. Really pathetic. If you seriously can't just, you know, DVDs are actually pretty easy to scratch. Do people forget the times where we would just keep leaving those things around? Because the concept in our mind was, oh yeah, scratched, what are you talking about? Oh, huh? And it's not like Blu-ray or any other higher quality format where the discs are really hard to scratch. Trust me, you have to work real hard. I mean, like, I've never tried deliberately, but I've never had a Blu-ray with skipping issues before. I've had a Blu-ray with loading issues, but I've never had one skip. DVD, don't get me started. Right. Now, moving on in the TMNT collection, this isn't one of the TV shows or movies, but I got Turtle Power, which is a documentary about the history of the Turtles and stuff, although it's kind of short. It's only 98 minutes, and I wouldn't be too surprised if this doesn't have any features on it, but I think it could be interesting. Might learn some stuff. Now, this is a documentary my dad showed me many years ago, but I really enjoyed it, and this filmmaker is excellent at making documentaries, especially ones that involve wars. So I've got Ken Burns' The War, although he really should make it more obvious that it's World War II, besides how this guy is dressed and the fact that it says 1941 to 1945 at the bottom, because you know how World War I is sometimes called the Great War? That'll throw you for a loop. And it's real interesting how everybody talks you can name all kinds of World War II stuff, and yet you can't really name anything about World War I other than the Red Baron stuff. Kind of interesting, huh? I mean, like, it's not really as big of a story because it was really just a prelude to the second one, but... This is interesting how people don't know that much about it. And that's pretty much the only big war that he's got left, unless you want to count the Space War, you know, because he's done the Civil War, he's done World War II here, he just did Vietnam, and he might have touched upon Korea in there, I don't know. You can't really talk about War on Terror because that's still technically ongoing. Yeah. And the revolution's been done by other people. It doesn't need to be done again. Final DVD thing. This is a show that I'd heard was, pretty funny, but no one really talked about. Then Zeranizer did a video on it a few years back, so that got me going, interesting. And then, when I finished all of my reviews for The Office, one person even commented, you should watch this show at some point. It's a lot like The Office. Well, let's hope that you're right, because now I've got every season of Parks and Recreation. Yeah. Here's to hoping I really enjoy this. Alright, that's it for the DVDs. Join me next time for the Blu-rays.